For those of you just joining us, let's go ahead and recap what I've done since we were last here in whatever we're calling this state, county, or what I'm going to say state that we're playing in here in Transport Fever 2. I've gone ahead and discovered electricity, first and foremost. I did it single-handedly in a shed over a weekend. It was a drunk weekend, but it discovered electricity, so it was worthwhile. And I've decided to electrify the train line that goes from Detroit to Hollywood. And I did that because I wanted to buy an electric locomotive, which I have since done. And it's not that locomotive. It is, in fact, probably underground somewhere. Maybe. I might be imagining that. It's, yeah, I don't see it. But we do have one. You can take my word for that. We do have an electric locomotive. It might be this one. It could be this one. Let's just have a little look. It is, in fact, that one. And it moves pretty quick. It can do 75 miles per hour. It's not doing that because the wagons can only do 50. But we have an electric locomotive, so that is fine, is what that is. The good news is that's bringing a lot of steel up from Detroit. It's bringing up more steel than the previous version of that train was doing because I gave it more wagons because the electric locomotive is crazy good. We've expanded this depot, and what we're doing with it is actually moving steel up to the machines production as well, so that we can hopefully get a bit more of that going, because we're not really making enough machines. Not yet, anyway. What I'm hoping is that we can make a lot, and I mean a lot of machines today, so that not only can we provide Hollywood with a bunch of it, but so that we can go ahead and get some planes and start flying machines all the way down to here in, someone corrected me in a live stream. I don't remember if it was the last live stream or the previous one, but they corrected me saying that this isn't pronounced Tempa, it's pronounced like something else. But anyway, this is essentially where I want to put some machines. I want to bring them there via plane. The thing is, I don't know what else to move from here to somewhere else to keep those planes profitable. I don't really want to do a plane that goes, one way full of stuff and then the other way completely empty, because that's 50% of the journey where it's not making money. So what could we move from this area? I mean, on one hand, I'm thinking maybe we bring some grain. If we were to build a train bridge that goes across here, we could, in theory, go ahead and move some grain from this farm and that farm. I mean, we'd need to build a road bridge as well, but move some grain into, I'm now being told it's tempeh by Reflect in the Mixer chat. We could move some grain into here. We could fly that from tempeh up to Hollywood, where that could be turned into food, and then that could be delivered to Hollywood itself. That actually seems like a pretty good idea, because that would mean that Hollywood is getting supplied with essentially everything it needs to potentially continue to grow and upgrade. And that is something I want to do as well. I want to start focusing on getting different things into the different towns so that we can actually provide them with the things that they need. We're also unlocking trains like crazy, and that's where I want to start today. I want to start by changing out some trains is what I want to do. We have currently, on this little line down here, got a bunch of these little bus-like things. I've completely forgotten what they're called. Whatever they are, we have a bunch of them. I went and duplicated the number that we have in this line because there were quite a few people that are waiting around. There's actually quite a few people waiting for a bus there as well, which is interesting. But what I'm thinking I want to do is I want to go in and I'm going to sell 4 of those is what I'm going to do. We're going to grab those 4 and I want to replace them with this, the Pioneer Zephyr, because we have, in fact, got, well, we got this. And it's a cool looking train. It is faster. It is able to carry 52 passengers versus the 20 that the M300 can do. And I think it'll be kind of interesting. And I'm also being informed now it's more like Tempe rather than Tempeh. So we'll go with Tempe. is what we'll go for on the pronunciation of that. But we'll go for the Pioneer Zephyr on this line. We're going to replace all of them. It's 26 million, but we are making a lot of money, so we're not going to worry too much about that. And we're going to make them orange, so I don't think they get their color changed anyway, but that's okay. So those can go ahead and do their thing. We have one there. We'll have a look at it in just a second. In fact, let's look at it now, because it's a nice looking train if I remember right. Yeah, look at that thing. It's all chrome with the orange strip on it. It's beautiful. Absolutely love it. They're not going to be super fast right now, though, because they are on older lines. So let's go ahead and start upgrading to high-speed track, because that is 100% what we're going to be needing to get these guys moving at their top speed and to keep them super efficient. So we'll go around all of this. This does get a little bit laggy doing this, I've noticed. It seems like the game just doesn't like selecting huge chunks of track at any one time, which is fair enough, I guess. A little frustrating, but fair enough. We'll upgrade all of that. And essentially what I'm doing is trying to upgrade all of the track that we have in the southern parts of the map right now, because going up and doing everything around Indianapolis is going to be a bit of a pain. We do need to do it, 100% do need to do it, because we still need to connect, I think, Santa Clara to the train line up there, but that's fine. And for anyone wondering as well, I know in the last live stream and set of videos, we were wondering where the upgrade tool was. Apparently, it doesn't appear automatically. It's like 1920, I think it appears, or something like that, or 1921. Someone told me anyway, and apparently you need to like reload the game for it to actually appear on the UI, which is weird, and I doubt it's a feature. It is likely a bug, but yeah, that's how we've managed to get our hands on the upgrade tool. Anyway, all of that has been upgraded. That is all now high speed, so we should see these guys actually able to travel at, yeah, there we go, just climbing up 53, 54, 55. They should be able to hit some pretty high speeds, and we should be able to see, I would imagine, a pretty good frequency. So 3-minute frequency on these trains. That's not bad. That isn't bad for sure. And they're pretty cool looking trains too. I absolutely love them. That chrome it's just beautiful. It's like, it's literally, I mean, every show that's a little bit like, I don't want to say retro is not the right word, but they're like stylized 1940s. Like, this is what the trains always look like. And I always, growing up, I was always like, oh, that's so cool, this art style. But this as an actual thing, that's kind of cool. I can also name them. So I'm going to just name this Chungus for a second. Not Chungus. I love it. I love it. That's perfect. Okay, so the name, oh, it has a line on there as well. Oh, that's actually really cool. Okay, well, that's fair enough. I doubt they're going to make money. They are kind of expensive to run, but whatever. I'm slightly tempted to go ahead and do similar on the Greensboro to Indianapolis line and replace all of those. We do have 10 vehicles on that line, so I'm not entirely sure that we would need to replace all of them. I'm not entirely sure that we would need all of them, end of. So let's go ahead and sell 2 of them. Then we'll upgrade, which is going to be 54 million, which is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. 54 million for 8 trains. I mean, they're, so what, 7 million each, so 1.2 million a year. Again, a lot of money. 1.2 million by 8 is going to be considerable. So I'm not 100% sure I want to do this, but I'm going to do this. And if it's not profitable, then we will figure it out. All right. It's not going to be the end of the world. We'll get those guys running though, going back and forth, doing their thing, hopefully making a profit. And I just think it looks really cool. You know, I really, really do. We could probably get away with putting some multi-unit trains on the other line that goes here, the Indianapolis to Tempe line, but we'll not bother just yet. Because, I mean, what did you make there? Anything? It's auto-saving. 565,000 So it's not bad. We might see some money off that. We'll keep the regular old locomotives coming in here. I mean, what are you carrying right now? Goods. It's fair enough. We should have the other steam trains coming in soon enough. So we'll see. Hopefully money is a thing we can stay on top of. What I do want to also do, though, in terms of upgrades is I want to come down here for a second because we have a lot of vehicles in this area. And my thinking is that, I mean, you're moving planks, right? You're moving logs. What we could probably do is go ahead and manage this vehicle, manage this line. This is a logs line. We can probably just replace them. Oh, we did also get the Opel Blitz trucks, which, as it turns out, can carry more than the Ford trucks and are, in fact, faster. So me upgrading all the Ford trucks in the south, which is the thing that I did, was a waste of money because we now have even faster trucks. Although it's going to be 4 million to replace these. So let's upgrade that line for 4 million. This line is moving. So you're moving. Yeah. So that's the new trucks. You are going to be, you're on line number 2. So you're going to be upgraded to those trucks as well. We're going to keep them in their various colors because it's kind of important to me that we do that because it just looks nice. It's not important to the game. It's important to me. And those guys can move a bit faster. They're not going to move that fast on dirt roads, admittedly. So we are going to need to do some upgrades there. But I think that'll be good to do. So let's have a little look and see what we can do here. We have these large country roads. We can upgrade that one. Is a thing that we can do. All of this one's upgraded already. This one can be upgraded to a point, which is fair enough. It can be upgraded to about there. We could do a small section of country road in there, which I guess is what we'll do, just to try and construction not possible. Well, that's great. I would like the large country roads there, though. You know, just the whole way into Indianapolis. This little bit here, I guess, is just going to have to be kind of slower. Unless we bulldoze it and try rebuilding it, which I guess is a bit of an option. So it's not going to let me do that. It does let me do that, though, so that's fine. Not the neatest, but that's okay. So that'll keep them going a little bit faster, is my my thinking there. Not tremendously so, but a little bit. And that's kind of all I need. And then when we get a little bit more money, we can go ahead and upgrade the rest of the trucks so that the fast ones aren't all getting held back by the slow ones, because that's kind of what's going on right now. But that'll be all right. We'll make it work. We are making money. That's the thing. I mean, we can have a look at our lines here. The crude oil, the fuel line, still making incredible amounts of money. The boats making money. The iron ore to steel number 1 line making money. Across the board, we're just making money. Now, let me see here. We have... What are my oldest vehicles? I suppose is probably the question we want to ask here. My oldest vehicles, we'll pin this, we'll move it up, and we'll do this. So, age 36 years. It's those trains. It's the trains in the plastic line. Or that one train specifically. Then the boats are getting quite old as well. All of these trucks are going to get upgraded, so we don't need to worry about that. We just need the money to do it. So I guess the trains, we're going to need to upgrade those. The boats are probably going to need to upgrade it in a couple of years as well. So let's take a look and see if we have any new boats, because I don't remember. So cargo, I think we're using this one. I don't think we're using the Vandal right now. But the Vandal can only move oil, and fuel, right? So we probably don't need that. I would love to get some proper passenger boats in here as well, but we're not really moving many passengers, are we? Like, like here, there's 4 people. There's 1 person. It's all right. Also, I'm just thinking, I upgraded those trains here, didn't I? And I didn't upgrade it to high speed. So we should probably do that. It just hit me that I did that. So let's just fix that really quick. I'm lying, just in case anyone... If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, I'm lying. Someone in the stream chat pointed out, and occasionally try to pretend like it was my idea. I can't take credit for that one. That wasn't me. I totally forgot to do this. So let's go ahead and just upgrade all of this so that those trains can actually move a considerable bit faster. We could probably go ahead and upgrade the... Actually, no, we couldn't. I was going to say we could upgrade the cargo lines, but the wagons can only do 50. Unless the... No, because we're moving different... the wagons can only do 50. We're going to need to... You know, I realized I said someone in the chat. It was Misky0414. I need to give credit where it's due to these ideas. I can't in good faith be like, yeah, it was me. I'm a genius. I'm so good at this game. It wasn't me. That's how most things get picked up in this series. Is someone else notices, and then I don't. And then I play it off like it was me. That makes me a horrible human being, doesn't it? It's fine. It's fine. Let's try and do like. Oh my god, this is gonna take a minute. Let's try and just do this in as like large of sections as we possibly can. So we'll try and do all of that, but this really is going to take a second, isn't it? Oh my god, I just downgraded a massive chunk of it as well. So we'll do all this. We'll do you. We'll do you. We're like halfway there, right? Yeah, we're like halfway there. It's not going to take that long. So you, and then we'll do all these bits in here. I was saying this a little bit earlier on. I really wish there was an option in this game that was like upgrade all track to high speed. And it's like, this will cost 1 billion. Like, have it cost more than doing it by hand like this? Like, you know, add like a convenience fee onto it or something like that. Which, by the way, convenience fees in general, like, this is something I've noticed. I buy a lot of things on the internet. Like, I buy too many things on the internet, to be fair, but I buy a lot of things on the internet. Convenience fees are one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard of. Like this idea that it's like you're being charged because it's more convenient to buy it online. What? You're just asking for more money. It costs less a lot of the time for like retailers to do stuff because they don't have to have shop space. They just need certain like convenience fees are ridiculous. I'm just saying. They're seriously ridiculous. Like, get out of here with that. Oh, you're being charged for the convenience of shopping online. Get out of here. That's a little bit sidetracked. I'm not gonna lie, but that's, you know, that's just the way it is. All right, so those are all upgraded in there, which is fine. That whole thing is now high speed, so those trains should be moving a considerable bit faster, which is lovely. So there we go, doing 63, 64. They will get held back by the cargo trains in a few different spaces. But I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. It's not really the end of the world if they get held back a little bit. I am curious though, what's the frequency on that line now? Can we have a little look? Frequency is 100 seconds. That's not bad. Less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes waiting for a train. That's pretty much on point. Like that one leaves the station, then there's another one should be pulling in anytime soon. No, there's not. Okay, well, maybe it is. Maybe that's like 100 seconds on average. Oh, that'd be rough, wouldn't it? You're like stood in this station. You're like, oh, these trains are great, man. You know, they're 100 seconds apart, and then there's not one going the way you need to go for another, like, based on time in the game, 6 days. That's always the weird thing. Like, City Skylines does it as well. The way vehicles move and the way time moves do not make sense together. Because there are people that like leave their, in this game, there's people that like get to a train station and don't get on a train for like 6 weeks. And then they don't get to where they're going for like 3 months. And then they don't get home for 3 years. You know what I mean? Like the more you think about it, the weirder it gets. So I'm going to move swiftly on. Also, I'm broke. Interesting. Maybe upgrading all those trains was a bad idea. Okay. Do we have a train set here right now? We don't. Right. That could be exciting or that could be really boring depending on where that train is. You are not the train I'm looking for. I know there's an easier way to do this. Oh, it's really exciting is what it is. All right. So I don't know if I mentioned it, in the recorded part of this, well, in this video, in the recorded part of the live stream, which, by the way, I think, you know, it's no secret at this point, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, these sessions of Transport Fever 2 are recorded live on, in the past, a different website. These days, mixer.com/ConflictNerd. There will be a link in the description. So I mentioned it on the stream. I didn't mention it in the video. I think there were 2 attempts at recording. Anyway, the point is, I try not to talk about the stream too much in the recorded parts because people get really put off by it. And they're like, man, I don't want to watch a live stream. Anyway, $22 million is, I believe, what this makes. $22 million for 468 planks. It's kind of nuts. I think it's $22 million. It is $22.6 million. So, in a way, that line is very profitable. But the train sits there for so long. I mean, also on top of that, a lot of those planks go to waste because this depot is not big enough. So, I mean, arguably, you know, $22 million is great, but, you know, I'd like it to be more frequent, is what I'm getting at. Good news is, I suppose, there's 148 planks there thus far. We have 152 planks waiting to go. We have 100 and whatever logs waiting to go. We have $33 million. Let's upgrade all the vehicles that are managing these logs here and see if we can maybe... so this is the logs line. Let's replace you with the... not the dump truck, with the tarpaulin truck. Let's keep you in that color. And let's see if we can just speed things up a little bit here. In the hopes that we can maybe get even more planks even more frequently. Because if we can do that, then $22 million every, like, however long would be amazing. All right, that's what I'm thinking. So those are all upgraded. Those are all faster. I think all the trucks going up and down from the forests to the sawmill are now faster. Then this little guy and this series of trucks need to be upgraded as well. And they're going to stay in that kind of purpley color, which is totally fine. So that should all be a little bit faster at this point. They can all go back and forth on that road at a bit of a higher rate of speed, which is lovely. I think we could get them... I mean, what speed do they do? That's the question. Manage vehicle, replace for a second. So you do 37, right? So that road can do 62. That road can do 50. That one can do 37. Let's upgrade the roads a little bit. We don't need to do this. The vehicles aren't going to be able to do the speed that this road allows, but when it comes to it later on, probably not a bad idea to upgrade these just a little bit. So we'll do just that. We'll throw, can't upgrade you. That's fine. We can upgrade you. So that seems pretty good. That'll let those guys go a little bit faster. That will hopefully mean more planks moving more regularly. Arguably, we could probably go ahead and throw... more vehicles in the planks line because there are a lot of them waiting around. 133 specifically. But we'll see. Can I extend this? I totally can. All right. So let's extend this right out so that we're not like losing any planks should production get a little bit crazy around here. And let me also see, can I do this? I can't. Oh, I was hoping I could upgrade that to have 4 lanes so they don't get like held back like crazy, but that's all right. We should see plank production step it up a little bit there though, and we should see more of them get out to here. We're at 196 already, so we're nearly already sitting with half of the planks that the train can be filled up with. So that should do pretty well. All right, let's have a look at machine production, see how that's going. It is no better. Needs more steel. Genuinely needs more steel. That's kind of surprising because there's a lot of steel here. So that makes me think that the Ford trucks that we have moving steel, we need more of them. Or maybe we just want to replace them. Let's replace them. I only just recently got these, but we're going to replace them with the Opel Blitz tarpaulin trucks. And then we're going to duplicate them. And we're going to make all of them that burgundy color. So we'll do that kind of thing and hope that that fixes the problem. We probably do want to replace more vehicles around here as well, because those trucks will get held back behind. What are you? Did I just replace with the wrong vehicle? Hold on. Did I just? Oh no, tell me I didn't. Tell me I didn't. Hold on. You. So that's the old one. You. No, I didn't. So Hollywood Steel to Machines. Did I only replace half of them then? Because you are... Oh. You're the one doing the deliveries. Right, so that's the old line as well. Right, so you guys do need replaced as well then. So you guys are going to be replaced with the... What are you moving? Steel to Machines in Hollywood, right. So those trucks, I guess, and that color. And here's hoping that we can... I mean, you're going to be held back as well. So Machines to Hollywood. So the Machines line can be upgraded too. There's only 8 vehicles on it. That's not too bad. We'll do that and we'll get them in that color. And all the vehicles going up and down there should be faster, which is good. We're probably going to want to go ahead and upgrade the roads so that they can actually get around a bit faster. That way they're not going to be held back by the roads themselves. So we'll do all that, and that should help things just a little bit. And hopefully machine production can massively improve. I mean, the problem is this thing, there's a constant back and forth between not enough iron and not enough coal, and it really bugs me. Because we never have enough of one of them every time. So the question becomes, how do we balance that out? My theory is that a train could do it. But I don't know. Like, we have a lot of... Oh my god, we have a lot of steel down here. Okay. So maybe we get more of these guys. We have 15 vehicles in this line. Clone them. And let's get 15 more moving all that back and forth. In here, we're actually waiting on coal as per usual, which is great. So that'll be fine. Those vehicles are actually coming from Detroit, which is good. I'm honestly thinking if we can get enough steel moving from here, we could get a second train to move that up to Hollywood. Because that would be kind of good. Because steel is needed in both the production of goods and the production of the machines, right? So hopefully we can make this happen. That's kind of the goal, I guess. Because this has a lot of plastic. It has a little bit of steel in there. But the production's just not very... I guess the shipment might be the problem there. Which reminds me, these trains that we have moving the goods back and forth are quite old. They make 5 million, which is great, but they're quite old. One of those is like the 36-year-old train that we've been dealing with. So we might have to do something about that. We'll see. What is this coming in? That's a passenger train. Fair enough. What age are you? Details. You are 8 years old, so you're fine. Not going to worry too much about that. And let's see. Where's our steel production? So our steel production's here. This should have, yeah, a whole shed load of those Ford trucks heading in to pick up more steel. And of course getting held back a little bit by the other vehicles, but that's all right. They'll all filter out into traffic and it'll be totally fine, is what it'll be. We don't have to worry too much about that. But yeah, they can go ahead and pick things up. It might honestly be worth improving all the vehicles on all of those lines again to carry more, go for the Opel Blitz trucks, but the Ford ones are kind of fast enough for the time being, is what I'm thinking. And the idea is obviously, I mean, this thing is like 2 deliveries away from being completely full and heading off on its way. So, I mean, it needs 12 and you're carrying 9. So yeah, 2 deliveries away. So there's the truck that'll set this train off. And then by the time it gets back here, I'm hoping it can nearly fill up on steel again, because it needs 300 exactly. So hopefully it can fill up pretty quick on all of that steel. So there we go. There's the 300. There it goes. This will start stocking up steel. As for blanks over here, you are at 400 already. So you need 68 more. Production around here is still pretty good. It does seem like we're maybe hitting a threshold where production is not keeping up with shipping, especially at this forest here, which is a problem. This one down here is doing pretty good for itself, though. This one's actually going nuts, which is beautiful to see. So I imagine both the steel and the planks are going to go a little bit crazy in terms of their production, which honestly not going to complain about too much. There's the steel train. So yeah, that should be okay. That I think we can make work. Is there a quicker way we could do traffic into Detroit? That's my current question. Because we have this road here that like cuts through the forests and all that stuff. I'm wondering if bringing a road sort of off of here that goes straight through would be a better bet. You know what I mean? So if we were to go in and just bulldoze a bit of this and bulldoze sort of all of this. All right, so back to like there. That bit of road could be upgraded. So we'll do a large country road here. So like that. And that should be fine. Then we want to turn off the upgrade tool and just essentially go from here straight through, which we can do 100%. So we can go straight through there. We'll need to get some, we'll need to get some signals in those train lines, but essentially like this, right? So I think that would be a way to do it. And then we'll connect up all the other lines so the vehicles can still get about and do their thing. But I think that'll be the way to do it. So let me just disconnect all of this. And let me bring a large country road just off the end here, which is going to go a little bit of an angle, I guess. I don't really want it to do that. That seems pretty good. So out to there. And this can essentially just go in a straight line as well. So straight line to there. And honestly, just do that. And that should do the job. That should be perfectly fine. What we can then do is have this little country road just continue to sort of snake around through the forest, which I like. You know, I do like doing that. And then down to here. So that'll be connected to there. This one over here can connect up to that spot. And this one up here can connect down to there. So they're all still connected where they need to be. But that should just let them move that little bit faster. Now let's go ahead and get some train signals just so the trains don't go crazy on this. We got a couple of signals there. We're actually going to move that one because that's not where you want a signal. You want a signal there. And I guess a signal there as well wouldn't hurt. So we'll do something like that. That should be all right. And I imagine that's going to help traffic just move that little bit quicker. It gives them more lanes as well, so they can all split off into what lanes they need to be in. And yeah, that'll hopefully get just steel getting into Detroit that bit quicker, which is exactly what we want. We do still have some of the purple Ford trucks on that little road, but that's totally fine. I like that. I really like that. That's something I like doing in this game, is like, because it's currently 1938, so I like to imagine that, you know, they are going to be like, oh, we should probably start getting some highways. So that's kind of cool. We also have 168 steel, 175. We're over halfway to filling that train when it gets back here. That's kind of nuts. That is kind of nuts. I guess what we could also do while we're here is bring a medium straight out like this and then curve it up. Do we want to do like an intersection there? I don't think we do. We do this though. So have it like curve up to there, so it's an even quicker way for the trucks to maybe get in there. Or it's a quicker way for them to get out, at least. I think that'll be okay. And then bring you down like this, and just make Detroit kind of cool, right? I'm kind of excited to see if this actually works. How much are we looking at? 249. That train's gonna be full by the time it gets back here. That train is actually gonna be full. Oh, and there goes the $22 million train as well. Okay. Okay, can't complain about that. How much? 76 there already. Okay. How much does that steel train make when it gets here? I don't know where it is though. It might have left already. Hold on. Let me see here. Line manager. Where is it? So, oh yeah, it's on its way back, isn't it? Yeah, it's already, I mean, it's sitting on 9 million in profit, so I assume a lot. I assume it makes a lot of money. So no complaints. No complaints whatsoever. That's pretty cool. I like this, man. We've got high speed. We've got better production. We've potentially got better passenger trains. We can look at the balances and we can see that passenger trains are not making money. That's all right. That's all right. That's fine. We'll not worry too much about that. We're making money though, right? I would like to improve some of these lines. I definitely want to do that. Like this line here is not making enough money in the slightest. It might be worth getting a train, like going to here and being like, you know what? Let's maybe take a vehicle off of the line. We'll sell one of the older ones, you know, save some money. We can go in, we can look at, this line's actually quite profitable. It might be worth upgrading the trains on it, would be my thinking. So if we were to select both of those and say replace them, we would probably, I don't know if I want to do electricity yet, because I don't think the wagons are able to go faster than 50 yet. I would imagine we're getting quite close to the point where we do unlock faster wagons, but I don't know that we want to do that yet. We could go for the plain old diesel Alco HH 600 thing, which I think might be a good shot. It does exactly 50 miles per hour. It is not that expensive per year. Doesn't have a lot of power though. We're using what? We're using the 10-wheeler. Actually might, it has a bit less power than the 10-wheeler, so we're not going to do that is what we're going to do. We could use the Mikado is what I'm thinking. Does exactly 50 miles per hour. Is not crazy expensive. This is pretty cool though. Very expensive, but pretty cool. I think we'll use the Mikado is what we'll do. So we'll do this. And then for cargo, what are you moving on this? So let me go to you real quick. So you're moving planks and plastics. So you have 8 wagons where you can move planks, 12. So you have 8 flatbeds, 12 boxcars. Okay. So let's even that out to 10 and 10. So let's do, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's mediocre, the performance, but that's okay. It'll be 29 million to replace both of them. But let's do it. Let's replace both of them. Let's set them both to be orange. And that should be all right. So they should be just a little bit more efficient. They don't need, you know, messed about with quite as much. And they're just, you know, going to be a little bit better is what they're going to be. Not sure they're moving as many planks as they perhaps should be, but that's all right. We'll not stress too much about it. It's fine. Is what it is. There we go. So you can drop that all off for however much it costs. And I think that puts us in a pretty good spot. They're not high speed, but they're not going to be. And I guess we're just waiting on our 22 million unless we've already got it. I think we have. Yeah, we already got the 22 million. So, oh wow, there's a lot of people actually waiting for a passenger train down here. That never happens. The condition of HMS Chungus III is very poor. Oh, that's depressing. Okay, I feel a little bit upset now.